Welcome to Cloudy Thoughts, the show about cloud gaming. I'm your host, LoFi Monk, and with me today is my co-host, PurpleHaze. What's up, PurpleHaze?
What's up, LoFi?
Oh man, a lot. We did it. We did it. Not just me. We did it. We did it. We're on the 100th video on my channel. 100 subs. What's up? Well, actually 103 subs. Thank you everybody out there that subscribed. Thank you to, I want to do a shout out real quick. I gotta do a shout out to MM2K Cowboy. Thank you, sir. Ninja Guy, Foremost, Cottontail, bro. May Games, Windstar, Purple, thank you. Squids, thank you, sir. All you guys out there that pushed for this to happen, to make this happen, thank you guys. It's so awesome. So much support from you guys, man. It's been so much fun.
That's all you. That's all you. And then obviously the chat's here to support as well. There's so many great supporters out there. So no, I'm super excited to be here on your 100th show, talking about 100 plus subscribers. I can't wait till it's like 1,000. What are we gonna do then? It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, if you're tuning in, hit that like button, jump into chat. Let's get it going. Let's get everybody in here, man. Let's get cracking. There's so much to go over. A lot happening in the news, but before we start all of that, I just want to get into how we got here, and I would like to thank all the people that joined in and subscribed. So let's just start with me and cloud gaming and how I got to be making content, right? So if you don't know and you haven't heard me before and you're new to the channel, I'm just gonna start with this. I started cloud gaming back when there was a service called OnLive. It was really early, one of the first, if not the first, cloud gaming platforms of its kind. And it kind of, it was a little early. The tech was like awesome, but it was just a little early. Everything else wasn't there yet, like internet speeds and such. But PlayStation bought them out and became the owner of them, and we'll go into that later. But anyway, that stopped my journey with OnLive, and it's been a few years. I just stopped kind of gaming because cloud gaming was so convenient for me, and it solved a lot of the problems I had with trying to keep up with just the games going on, period. Anyway, so here comes Stadia, and Stadia, very similar package to online, very similar, but it's years later and the tech is better and the games are next gen. It's insane what they are doing over there at Stadia. So I jump in, and wouldn't you know it, it's just the perfect timing. They just added a new feature where you could direct stream to YouTube. And this is probably about 3 months ago. I haven't been doing this long. I'm very new. But yeah, I started streaming direct to YouTube. I didn't even have a microphone at first. I would just kind of play the game and, that kind of thing. I'd just do a playthrough. And then I decided the next game that I did, I had a little headset and I put that in and I started talking in my streams. I was very nervous. Didn't know what was going on. I was just alone in the dark, finding my way around. And then I realized I had this a really nice microphone that I've never had the chance to use. I went through storage and found it, and here, I got a better microphone, got me a mic stand, started stepping it up, doing more streams, started podcasting here with Cloudy Thoughts, connected with the cloud gaming community, and I'm still new, so I'm still reaching out and trying to find everybody. But that's how we got to here. Okay, so last week I was streaming, and I was doing a lot of game streams, and I was fine with that. But then I noticed I had 98 streams. I was like, whoa, I need to stop. I'm about to be on my 100th stream. We got to do something special. So I reached out to the community and my friends, and let's see, I was on the SSC podcast, Stadia Dosage, Thursday, and MM2K and those guys, they really they helped me get the word out that I was really close to 100, and I'm about to do my 100th video. Let's push this thing to 100. Then later on that day, I went on to PurpleHaze's podcast, and we did another little shout out thing there and push. And a lot of you guys got together and helped me push to get there on Twitter. So thank you guys for helping me get to 100 subs. We're still waiting on YouTube to unlock that custom URL for me, but you know how that is. It takes a little bit to get there. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. So anyway, on to the next thing. Oh yeah, before I get too far, I want to make sure I shout out everybody. I don't want to miss anybody, right? So if you're a new subscriber, let's see, our newest subscriber right now, Zarina K. Thank you. You were the 103rd subscriber. Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel, Zarina K. Okay, so if I don't call out your name, it's because your subscriptions are not public in your settings, okay? So if I miss your name, that's probably why. All right, guys? So sorry. But anyway, I just want to start by saying thank you, Raider Guy 87, Tar Wills, Sanchez MT 44. I Can't See. Thank you, sir, for subscribing. Tally Darkstar in Rio, Wes Hall, David Wilson, Chariot Man Gaming, David P, Moto Xenomorpho, Simpleton, G Rivera. Thank you, sir, for joining me. Been a while since we got to hang out, but thank you for joining and subscribing. Jono Grito, hashtag media guy. Thank you, sir, for pushing on Twitter, and thank you for joining the channel and subscribing. Sierra Rose, Miss SPG, Cool Breeze Gaming, Nathaniel Robertson, Holtz, John F, Stadia Avengers, Cinema Crew Point of View, I Am Change Gaming, San, Jeff Ganek, Dr. Sense, Windstar 715, 1030 Media Group, Ninja Guy X, Jay Rivera, and Bambi Day. Thank you so much for subscribing and helping me get here.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great list too. I see these people in chat all the time, and so it's great to just see the community come together for one of the
best up and heavy hitters in there.
Yeah, for sure. So it's super awesome to see that, like, that ecosystem coming together. So I'm super excited. It's for you. Like I said, I think I'm more excited now than I was for when Climax was talking about World War Z, and I was pretty excited then. So. It's awesome.
Well, I'm really excited to get here. I didn't expect to be here so soon. It was like I just started yesterday, and it's like, boom, you're at 100.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can't wait to do more. I got a lot planned. Some really next level stuff coming up behind the scenes that I've been working on. It should be within the month. You'll see something like, oh wow, you'll know when you see it. But anyway. As far as that goes, right now on my channel, I'm in the middle of doing a playthrough of Far Cry 6, and that's like my main playthrough right now. I'm doing Darksiders, Dawn of the Monsters, and all that type of stuff. I'm still running through those games, but those are like kind of taking a back seat to Far Cry. We'll get to them, but anyway, moving on. I want to do another shout out to MM2K and Jack the Slip. The Slip. I won a contest on Stadia Dosage. I won Mortal Kombat 11. Then a couple days later, I'm at Four Scars Gaming and I'm hanging out, and he's doing a giveaway. I won the Witch Queen Deluxe Edition.
That's a big one.
It's like it's my birthday or something.
That's a big one.
It's like Christmas for me here. But shout out to those guys, and thank you. Go check out their channels because they do giveaways often, and that's proof right there. You win. You got to join, right? And I mean, not that long ago, I was checking out Dad Plays Games channel, and I think I was like, it was me and maybe one other person in chat. They were kind of bouncing in and out because he didn't normally stream at that time, but he was doing a giveaway, and I was the only one in chat, so I won the giveaway. So I mean, you guys, when you see these guys giving out games, man, it's real, and you can win.
That's awesome.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, that MK11 might turn into Division 2 after talking to
You have a lot of games. I think we talked about it before. Like, you have a lot of games to stream and for us to watch, and then to do tournaments. I'm expecting to definitely see a lot of invites and a lot of streaming from that list you just said. So super excited. Again, like I said, I'm just excited today. Like when I saw that, and last night I know we were talking, and you're like, I'm at like 90, and we got to 93. I woke up, it was at 97, and I was like, oh, he's got this. So I'm super excited that the community came through.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody in chat right now. Like everybody's telling me congrats. Just thank you so much. Thank you for coming to the stream. If you're liking the stream, hit that like button. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed, we're moving. We're doing things here. What's up, Cloud Validation? What's up, Main Games? Ray the Gaming Cyborg. We got some.
You got some hitters in here. You got some definitely some communities here. So I love that.
Yeah, man. So before we go, that we got. This is how we got here, right? But how about our co-hosts? How did our co-hosts get here? How did you come to cloud gaming? How did you come to content creation? How did you come to being not only a co-host and producer on Cloudy Thoughts, but also having your own show on your channel? How did we get here?
Oh my God. Is there a multiple choice selection?
You can start and peel that onion back any way you want.
That's like a huge thing right there. That's what she said. I had to. I was like, I can't believe I just said that in my mind. I was like, oh, I gotta do that. No. So yeah, I think I came to cloud gaming recently, and I was a Nintendo fangirl back in the day, and just left gaming. I went to school and I went deployed. I moved around a lot. None of my friends were really gaming. I don't know. It's like women, once we get to a certain age, we just leave. No, I'm hoping to change that.
Same thing happened to me around with the online.
You just and so I started coming back, and I saw Stadia, and they were talking about, back in 2019, what they were saying. And I was like, I'll wait till this, plays out a little bit. And I'm really kicking myself right now because I didn't get that Founders Edition back when I had the chance, but I played and it was okay. I'm not gonna say it was awesome. But then the pandemic hit, and I really started playing a few other games there, and just found myself coming back, but not really focusing on it. Yeah. And then one day it was a strange game. It was Floor Kids. So that's it used to be one of the pro games, this breakdancing game. I found myself playing this for several hours, and then I started playing some other games. And so before I knew it, I was like, I'm actually devoting time to this. That's then led me to the community, and started looking at different people's channels and just getting information. So initially it was just getting these games are coming out, or Sonny and his podcast that he does on the weekend. That then led to linking to a couple of the creators who were doing Rainbow Siege playthroughs and inviting people. And before I knew it, it was a solid 20 or 30 people I would just run into, whether it was gaming or in chats. And yeah, so that's how I came to cloud gaming for the most part.
So how did you end up starting a channel? How did that come about, though? How did you decide, I'm gonna do that with your show and everything?
Yeah, so I think it was a couple of different people. Anytime there's a news story that's remotely neutral, the community freaks out. and is like, oh, this is the death knell, or it's like you see these two polarizations. And for me, it's like par for the course for any new technology or business. And I kind of got tired of just writing these like literally page long responses in people's comment sections. Like I would just like write huge like responses in there. And so one day, like Doc Dark 1985, I reached out to him, and he was like, hey, you know, we talked and we were just talking about cloud gaming and saying, he's like, hey, you're giving me a lot of great content. He's like, can I share it? You know, I don't want to steal your content for your show. And I was like, I don't have a show. And he's like, what? And so he kind of like talked to me about starting something. And then around that same time, I was running into Cowboy. I was running into a couple of different people's Squids. And they all said, yeah, definitely start your show. And my mom was like, well, you know, what are the other women content creators doing? And I was like, well, there's not really that many. There's a couple that play games, but there's not too many who are like constantly putting out content like on shows like and stuff. And she's like, well, maybe you can do that, and just so that like women can play in that space too. Yeah. So that's kind of was the, you know, the momentum. And then I ran into like you, Main Games, Windstar, you know, Suave,
one of us,
Lena, Lena, like everybody. And I was just like, okay, let me do it. And so that's how I got here.
Yeah, it's and it's like once you dip your toe in and you the community picks you up, it's like almost like you can't put it down. It's, I don't know, content creating is a lot of fun.
Yeah. And of course, Ray was one of those people I was always gaming with. You know, he's out there. I want to give him a shout out because I was gaming with him with SVG doing Rainbow Six. And it was like, he was like kind of one of those first people I was like, oh my gosh, I've seen this person's videos, and I was gaming with them. Their
stream earlier with Rainbow Six, the extraction earlier today was so entertaining. Ray and SPG, their commentary is awesome. Big shout out to Ray. I got Ray's praise earlier this week. That was dope. Thank you, sir. Good looking out, man. Ray's a big influence on the community. I think.
For sure. But yeah, so I guess that's my journey. That's my streaming journey, and just having fun with it, meeting people, and trying to get through games. It really holds me accountable to like, there's certain games that have been on the back burner for me, and it really is forcing me to like play games.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, let me one thing, if you guys didn't know, we are also on Anchor and Spotify. So if you like to listen to your podcast over there, you can give us a follow up at the link in the chat right now. Check it out if you like. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of news, right? That's what everybody's here for. They're here for talk about some cloud gaming. Hey, perfect timing, Mr. Main, Mr. Main
Games.
I actually just wanted to stop by really quick, man, just to congratulate you. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I wanted to show my support for you as well for hitting 100 subscribers. That's really, really dope, and I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you, man. And you know, like I said, man, it's one thing to make it to the top of the mountain, but now the real work begins to stay at the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to jump on here real quick, man, congratulate you, and just to thank you for all the support you show me, man. And I want to make sure that I do the same for you. So take care, man. Have a good show. Congrats on 100, man. That's big. Like, that's big.
Yes. Thank you so much. I really couldn't have done what I've been able to accomplish so far without you, Windstar, and Purple in my corner. Thank you so much.
No problem, man. Anything that I can do to help, any way that I can give you some feedback. Of course, you know, in this game, you want to be able to strive to do your best and put your best foot forward and be able to do what you love to do and make sure that the people watching can see that and feel that and reciprocate that. So man, I'm glad that you think of me that way, and I appreciate that, man. And I got a good feeling about you, man. So again, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to drop in just to say what's up, say that I'm proud of you once again. Congrats on 100 subscribers, man, and more to come, y'all. Stay
Thank
tuned,
you, sir.
everybody. Peace.
He's like,
Yeah.
love Maine. I love Maine Games. Such a cool guy. He was
Every time I see
streaming
that
earlier.
hair, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, well, if y'all didn't get a chance, I know. Just want to shout out. Maine Games is a phenomenal voice actor. Like we were watching him play a game today. He had like 30 voices for this one game. Windstar and I were just like blown away. It was like total entertainment. Like for a whole hour and a half, I was just watching him do all these voices, and they were like Western voices. The
man can sing.
He's
got it all.
It was so cool to see. It was so cool. It was so cool to see. Definitely was a treat. So if you want to get entertained, definitely after this stream, maybe head over there and look at the stuff he was doing. It was so cool.
So yeah, man, thank you, man, for stopping by, dude. That means a lot. But yeah, let's get into this news. What's first? Before I get too far, E3. Let's talk about E3. E3 was canceled again.
Yeah,
and it sounds like maybe forever canceled. Nobody came up on stage and slapped somebody else in the face on live TV. Nobody did anything like that. I think it just had to do with the pandemic and the shutdown, right? But they were scheduled to have like a digital event this year, right? And that got canceled. And me, I'm kind of like it's a sense of nostalgia when it comes to E3. I think a lot of people's childhood, they go back to their childhood when they think about E3. But my question for everybody in chat is, do you think this is bad for gaming or just a part of the evolution of gaming? So yeah, let us know what you think in chat, and we'll come to you guys. I don't know, what do you think, Perp?
This is a tough one because I don't think everything in gaming. So I think it's both, right? And what I mean by that is, what is an evolution of gaming right now? Well, we see a lot of consolidation in developers and publishers and so forth. Is that good for gaming? Right?
Right.
I would say probably not. And I think the same thing with E3. When we think about, in my opinion, why it was canceled, I was talking to, shout out to Ambi, coming through on the cloud gaming community recently. I was talking to him the other day, and we see so many of these, like very Nintendo, PlayStation, Microsoft, they have their own thing. Yeah. Right. And they're like, we're going to put all our into that. But what that does is you can't necessarily compare apples to apples, right? Like with E3, you had like everybody at that time, and you could see everybody like across the spectrum of gaming. So something like, for me, I'm like, I understand why those companies did it, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of a cop-out, but when have these companies ever really done anything for gamers? Really,
Oh yeah. I mean, Cloud Validation says they were out of money.
Yeah. They weren't getting the big people in. They weren't getting the big sponsors. We got Cowboy, and
What's up, Cowboy?
I gotta say Cloud Native Gaming, so he doesn't get mad at me. Cloud Native Gaming.
Listen, honey, listen. Listen, you know what? Let me say this real quick. Purple, I just want to say this. I said this on your comment, but it's really cool that you have a cool personality. When I first met you, I thought you was all business and like, you crack jokes and everything. So now you opening it up for them jokes. So just want to say that. But I'm sorry that I'm just popping in. I'm listening, right? I just finally got a chance to listen, and I'm like, oh man, I want to jump in there in that conversation. I'm actually in the McDonald's line right now.
Get that McGangbang.
What's that?
The McGangbang?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing. That's where they take the McDouble and they take the hot and spicy and then just put them together
You
into
know,
one.
Cowboys from New Jersey. When you say McGangbang, that means something totally different.
Hey, yeah. I was like, why did you have? Hey, bro.
His face on there. I was like,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
talking
like,
something else. He ain't
Hold
talking
on. I'm like, what we doing here? But E3 guys, here's the thing, right? So Sony pulled out a couple years ago, right? So I think when you think of it, right, like content creators, right, we cover so much media and news ourselves that the average person could consume the knowledge they need from people like us, right? So Sony realized, okay, we're paying a lot of money to fly our executives out and fly our people out and set up shop and go to this event, right? We're done. We're going to do our own thing. Now we got the state of plays. And I think just over time, it probably wasn't as feasible as much to have this grand scale event, even when you're going to stream it, right? It just probably made more sense to just be like, you know what? It's losing viewership, right? Because gaming isn't kind of like, I feel like gaming is like for rebels now, right? Like we could game wherever and whatever. Like our passion is different. Plus the younger generation, they don't care as much about the hardcore, like Lo said, right? He said his childhood, he remembered E3, right? But I feel like the new up and coming community, they're kind of like, just give me whatever and whatever, right? So when people like talk bad about cloud gaming, that next generation, they're not even gonna care. My granddaughter, yes, I got a granddaughter, it's crazy. But my granddaughter, she could pick up an iPhone, an Android, it don't even matter. I'd be like, well, I can't do that. So I just think that E3 is dated, to be honest with you. And I think that probably was showing, I'm sure they do research, right? They have to do research. They have to look at numbers. They have to realize who's pulling out, who's not going to be there. And yeah, you can have a third party showcase, but if you don't got like, the big boys showing up,
Yeah.
But real quick, I got a question for y'all. Should I get a fish fillet or should I get a quarter pounder?
It is Friday. Fish fillets are that was what they were made for.
For Fridays?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going with it. Thanks, Monk. You just helped me plan my dinner. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, some religious reason that they had started.
What?
Yeah. Fish fillet.
You going to the Bible? Okay, I got you. At one point in time, I was dying. Can I have a fish fillet meal, medium with a Sprite and a apple pie?
I love Cowboy. He literally
just one apple pie.
Everywhere. He takes us everywhere.
No, that's it.
1097 at the first window.
Thank you. 1097. Good lord. All right. Thanks. All right. I'm sorry about that, guys, but I just figured I want to join the show. Monk, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, it's awesome, bro. Thank you for joining.
I'm bringing you guys with me everywhere in my life. I got some new stuff coming up that's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna be real crazy. I flipped a coin today. I said either I'm going to the gym or I'm going to McDonald's. And guess what? The gym. So I got a video I'm about to put out tomorrow. It's April 1st. I got less than 2 weeks to my birthday. I got to get it together because me and Purple going to fight when I come to New York. She keeps talking about this cloud native stuff. So I got to get right. So, good stuff. But anyway, yeah, but that was my thoughts. But, what else you got on the docket, man? I just love talking to you guys. And, as long as I could be here and talk before my wife pull me off of this thing when I get home.
Let's see. I was going to go to chat and see what they had to say about E3. What do we got in here?
I'll pull it up for you really quick.
All right.
We had Holtz gave us something if you want to read it out.
Yeah, Holtz says, I haven't needed E3 for years. It was more focused to the industry reporters than the gamers. These days, gamers can get their news from everywhere else and don't need the hype of E3 anymore. I think the way we get news has evolved, right? Like, we got Twitter and YouTube and Facebook. You can just get... By the time they do, you already know everything, right? It's not even a secret.
For real.
And then I think Cloudy V had something as well.
Sure. Cloudy V says, the fact that they're not able to draw people in anymore and create a source of income for everybody that comes. Wait, what? Am I reading this wrong? Let's see. The fact that they're not able to draw people in anymore and create a source of income for everybody, that comes from the interest is getting lower and lower every year. Yeah, exactly. People aren't that interested. We're all kind of divided, really. By platform, by, you know, it's kind of a weird thing going on with gaming. It's like the consoles are at the pinnacle of consoles, right?
Right.
And now it's time. It's a time for the new era. There's new things happening in gaming with the metaverse, cloud gaming. You could go on and on, but yeah, I think it's kind of just past its time, unless somebody can find a way to renew it. You know.
Now let me ask you this, Monk. Do you think they're gonna take a year off, or you think this year off is gonna make them be done?
Okay, this is what I think they need to do. They come back next year. They let Will Smith host it, and Chris Rock gets to come up and slap his ass.
Hey,
that's just me. But anyway, let's move on to Amazon Luna.
We got a couple. We got a couple.
We got more?
Yeah, we got a couple.
Well, okay.
You know, you got everybody got Maker Chaos is in here too.
Okay. Okay.
Below. Do you real quick? Do you think they're going to be done? Or do you think they're going to come back next year?
I think it's the possibility of them taking time off and maybe thinking of a new format. I think that could happen. I mean, it's a possibility.
Yo, that was not an answer. I'm like, well, hold on. I don't get it. I don't know what that means.
I'll say I don't feel like it's needed anymore right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe some game awards, yeah, but let's not act like it's they're showing us some new technology that we hadn't seen or anything's secret.
Thank you very much.
Or just let Clive do the game awards. I'm down with that, right?
Hey, there you go.
So anyway, Maker of Chaos says a bit sad E3 is going away. It was also a great way to meet devs and try out games before they released. But the showcases could just be done digitally. Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. It was a lot of fun just to see everybody in a physical space interacting with each other. And then, even with what you read in the press or how news gets around these days, it's good to get it from the horse's mouth and have them elaborate on things and clarify.
The big thing with me and E3 is I love that world premiere stuff, right? Whenever it's like, oh, Capcom announced a new game, or, so that I will miss. But to be honest, everybody's doing their own thing. Like literally, Capcom did their own thing. Sony's doing their own thing. Nintendo does they connects. So everybody is now doing their own thing. Everybody, because think about it. When let's say you announce your game, right? But your game is announced after some big game, right? You're like, dang, they took the sales out of my the win out of my sales. So now when people do their own show, they're getting all that attention because it's their event and it's their games. So
yeah, they don't have to share a stage with anybody.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
And they can get people like Cowboy hyped up multiple times in the year for just smoke and mirrors, but we don't talk about.
Hey, listen, here, you know what? Whatever. We're not gonna derail this show, Purple. All right, you're not gonna get me.
I gotta get my jabs in, but no, I think it is interesting in chat though. We have some people saying it's over. I think Maine has a pretty interesting point here, saying it'll come back next year. Saying it's going to be revamped and potentially taking a year off, coming back and really realizing what the market wants. That's definitely a possibility. So, but you definitely have a couple other people holds Maker thinking it's done. So who knows?
I think this. So I'll answer. The reason why I think it's done is because gaming doesn't wait for anybody.
Right.
So, meaning Sony already stepped off, right? Gaming doesn't wait. So everybody's going to have their own little show And then when E3 want to come back around, they're gonna survey it. Hey, we're planning on doing an E3 in about 9 months, 10 months. Would you come back? And people are probably gonna be like, I already did my own little thing. We already got our own little thing. And they're probably going to show a lot of success for like Sony. Think about it. Why didn't Sony go back? Because they showed success of doing their own thing, right? Now it's gonna suck for the indie guys. That's what it's gonna hit hard. Yeah. But look at, they had the Thunderfold thing. I don't know if you guys watched that, but that was an indie thing for the Thunderfold games, and which was cool about that because the very first game they announced, and Mark Hamill was the announcer. Was the very first game they announced was Wavetail, and at the end it said, and it's for Google Stadia right now. That was cool. But yeah, I think they're done.
I think that would be a good thing. Like if a couple indie publishers got together and just did a big like indie thing, that would be kind of cool. Yeah. I mean, maybe E3's done, but I mean,
well,
I still think there's a void to fill as far as gamers and entertainment there.
I just do want to put up this quote here from Maine, because he's coming with receipts like Maine usually does. From ESA, E3 will return in 2023 with a reinvigorating showcase that celebrates new and exciting video games and industry innovations. So,
yeah, I mean, maybe they just needed.
So we'll see. What
that says is E3 will like to return in 2023. The thing is, it would be career suicide if a company didn't put a statement out like that, right? You just don't leave it open-ended, because then you get people like us talking about they're going to end. So it makes sense for them to do that, but it's just like Purple. Hey, somebody could say we're making cloud-native games, but you ain't believing it till you see it.
Reading comprehension, Cowboy, I get it does not go with you. You can read something and just it's what you imagine it to be. In that we're living in your reality. Thank you for imagining us so we can understand. You've changed the role.
I want to say I want to say you have the issue with reading, but it's all good.
We'll take it. We'll take this.
Thanks for coming by, Cowboy.
We'll take this later.
It means a lot. Thanks for joining me for my 100th episode. Thanks for pushing so hard for me on Twitter.
Hey, bro, listen. You see me was working the crowd, man. You got, I definitely wanted to try to get you there, but thanks for letting me jump in real quick, man. I'm almost up to getting my McDonald's, and then I don't know how long you're gonna be streaming, but if I'm home and chilled or whatever, maybe I could jump back in if you're still on.
For sure. We'll be here.
All right, guys, take care. Thank you so much. See you, and man. Congratulations, man. And make that you gotta make that handle, man. Your URL.
Oh yeah, I know, right? It's coming. Yeah. It's coming.
Nice.
I'll tweet it.
All right, guys. You take care. Later.
Yeah. So it looks like there's a debate. I think this is going to be interesting, going back and forth, whether or not E3 is gone, if it comes back, if it's rebranded.
It's interesting to see what. Like I said, it definitely leaves like a void where gamers want entertainment.
Yeah.
Because it's something we did like.
Yeah. But I hear everyone else, but a lot of the games I like come from indies. I like those puzzle games that the big companies usually don't put time into, and so I am sad if it is gone, that indies do not get a chance to push out what they're doing. But then again, I think when you have things like immersive stream, you have these other things that we see are much better at marketing, like targeting an audience. Yeah. Maybe indies don't need that. Maybe indies don't need to pay that entrance fee or whatever to get their thing on stage, and they can do it from an organic, under the radar way and really target the people that they know will play their games. I don't know. I think it's an exciting space because I do think putting games on Twitch or click to play or putting in ads is where the gaming industry is trying to go from a marketing perspective. And E3 at the end of the day, what's a big marketing event? So maybe these two roles are coming up.
Yeah, for sure. So Maine had said, I think much like any other live event, E3 brings money in for the city, and even if Sony ditches E3, they have their own showcase, so there's still a demand for live events. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we want to be entertained. But yeah, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Welcome to Cloudy Thoughts. If you're just now joining us, join in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking. Let's move on. Amazon Luna has 2 new titles coming. Let's see. It's Lost Judgment and what's the other one called? Okami HD. And these are like big titles. They have really good reviews. Lost Judgment is an action adventure game, and it, from what I understand, it's part of the Yakuza.
Yes.
What is it? Judgment. Yeah.
It's a sequel to Judgment. And so I think Luna has the first one. Stadia has Judgment, the second one, the sequel, and this is like the sequel to the sequel. And I believe they come from Sega. So.
Oh yeah, it is both Sega, right?
Yep.
Oh wow. Oh no.
Or not?
No. Okami is Capcom.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's kind of cool. That I don't know much more. I don't, other than they're going to be available on Luna in April. But that's what I know so far. Those are 2 really big, nice games coming though.
Yeah. And are they coming to? So just for everyone, like, you know, like are they coming to? Like,
I don't know if they're in one of their packages,
or are they in the package? Like, I think that's the question I would have.
I think that's the only way to play games over there, right? I think you have to have one of those. I don't even know what they call them over there, right? But
channels. You have to run channels.
Yeah, that's it. So it just depends on which one you select, what games you get. I know that it'll be available on the platform, and yeah, I mean, you'll probably catch people streaming on Twitch and stuff. So
Cool Breeze Gaming just said it is on the Luna Plus subscription. So that's in addition to the just the Prime.
The Prime, yeah.
The Prime one.
Thank you, Cool Breeze, for that.
And WinStar, thanks. Both of them came in. And Mr. Bayram Play says Okami is really good. Yeah, I saw some of that as well. That it was getting pretty high ratings. A lot of people thought it was really good. So we'll see. I've been testing out Luna recently, really trying to see what's on there, and maybe I'll continue and play some of these games. We'll see.
For sure. So yeah, Stadia Pro. Today's the first of the month. So Stadia Pro games. What games are you playing first? What do you think about the delay of World War Z and Deliver Us to the Moon? Let's start with what released today for Stadia Pro. What was added to Pro? City Legends, another Wired Productions game, joined the Pro library today. Ease 9 also came in. That's a pretty sought after game. Chicken Police made it into the lineup today. World War Z and Deliver Us the Moon both delayed. So we knew early on that World War Z was going to be delayed. So it's good. We know it's coming sometime this week. That's what we know, right? As long as it doesn't get pushed back anymore. As for Deliver Us the Moon, kind of didn't get any notion of how long that may be. It might be a couple days. It might be another week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of rough for the Pro subscription this month.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think Deliver Us the Moon. Personally, I'd be surprised if it came in April. I know that's kind of like sour grapes, maybe, but I just look at when Deliver Us the Moon was going to be released on other platforms, and I look at Wire Productions. When they delay, usually it's not a small delay. Right. And maybe it is like, I know I was talking to, I forget who it was. I was talking to someone in chat earlier or yesterday, and we're going back and forth on this. Is it Stadia's fault? Is it Wire Productions' fault? Who is it? And regardless, I just think the way they put that out, and Stadia even corrected their press release today to say coming later. Didn't say coming this month. Didn't say coming later this week.
Yo, Squids, what's up, man?
So I'm not too confident in that one coming out anytime in the next few weeks. But Delivers the Moon, or the World War Z, I could see that. I think that will come when they say it will come. Someone said probably after the Stadia blog post coming out on Tuesday. Maybe it gets delivered then. I don't know, but I think that I'm pretty confident it'll be here in the next 4 to 5 days.
Maybe they just trying to give them space between each other or something. No.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
something new.
I don't know, but I if anybody, I know we have some like Twitter sleuths and Reddit sleuths out there. If Wire Production has said anything recently, let us know. Wow, Maker of Chaos, you're surprising me lately.
I think World War Z will drop Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. What, Maker? Why is that? I'm just curious. I don't doubt you. Like, to me, that's like the positive news from you. So usually when you have positive news from Stadia, you're dead on. So I'm pretty like, what makes you think that? And if it's just little birdie,
let us know in chat what you think about the delays. How you feel about it. What else? So I mean, I'm fine with them being delayed. I'd rather them be delayed than come out and there be issues playing the game. I think that's okay, as long as it's not a year or something like that. Yeah. But what other new games that came to Stadia that were pretty cool is Adventure Time, Pirates of the Enchiridion. It's out now, and it was like a turn-based action adventure game. And I saw a couple people live streaming it and was checking it out. It looked like a lot of fun. I mean, it's Adventure Time, it's Ben and Jake, and if you're into that, then you should try it out. Trivial Pursuit 2 also came out. Nah.
It's actually a pretty cool game. So I was actually playing this earlier today. And one of the interesting features I saw on it is it actually has in the game to automatic. So it was kind of blowing my mind a little bit, like, how's this possible? So I was playing it on Stadia, and when you go in the game, it's like you can actually stream directly to Twitch and do crowd play on there.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I like. I was
from
just
Stadia on Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, and so I mean, it was just interesting. So for me to see it now, I couldn't get it to work. But the fact that was the option to just stream directly to it, I thought was interesting that was happening. So potentially we'll see.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah, it wasn't like you did it outside. You would stream directly. Like, it's like play online,
game menu.
Stream. Yeah, like actually in the game.
Wow. Well, if a game can pull that off, the game devs can pull that off, then obviously Stadia can, right?
Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Barham says also, it actually is pretty fun if you're into like kind of that family or coworker type of competition game. It's a pretty cool game. I mean, it's Trivia Pursuit. You're answering trivia. It's nothing revolutionary, but
right. It's not Jackbox Party Pack. For sure.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's more traditional, and it's definitely easier to pick up if somebody was just like, hey, let's sit down and play this. So if that's your family or your coworkers or your group of friends, definitely give it a shot.
Well, Maker of Chaos says 2s would be a smart time to drop it. It sucks for the delays, but sadly it happens. Yeah, that's a good point. 2s would be a good time to drop it.
Yeah.
For sure. Go ahead.
No, and then we have Adventure Time. I haven't played that one, so I don't know too much about it.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Assassin's Creed Valhalla dropped they dropped the Dawn of Ragnarok DLC. That's all right now.
That's a big one, because that's why they did their whole little, I think, marketing push free to play a week ago. So we'll see.
Cowboy says the new update was said to come out on every platform on 3/29, and the Stadia version just never came. And they had no answers, and it finally just came.
So he's talking about earlier. He was saying Marvel Avengers.
Oh,
this news. So the update never came. So that's actually good news. And I know Cowboy's a real big Marvel Avengers person.
I just here recently I started seeing the Stadia Avengers popping up, and I was like, "What is this? What's going on?" And I see it's a pretty cool channel. If you go check it out, it's other Stadia players live streaming the Avengers game, and I'm sure there's a lot more to it going on than that. I just started noticing it, but Cowboy's a part of it. So yeah, that's why
I think he started it. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, I need to check it out. I need to dig into it. But yeah, with those games being dropped on the to the Pro library, there's also a couple games leaving. Ease 8 will be leaving Pro, Moonlighter, DreamWorks Spirit Lucky's Big Adventure, and Crata Premium Edition. So make sure, if you're a Pro member, to go and claim those games, because they won't be available at the end of the month. Or you have to have them actually prior to April 1st. It's already too late.
It's too late, yeah. If you didn't get them.
You're going to miss out on Spirit, the horse game.
You're not too excited about that.
That's all I really know about it. But
Spirit Lucky's Adventure, solid. But here we have David Wilson. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Whoa, so those are some deep games. David Wilson's doing some serious gaming there.
What's he saying? I'm still working my way through Assassin's Creed Odyssey before Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Have either of you played it yet? If so, what do you think? I did try out Valhalla. I haven't tried out Odyssey yet.
I did Valhalla as well.
You know what? I did try out Odyssey. They had a free to play.
What did you think of it?
So at the very beginning, they kind of just drop you in the middle of this huge battle going on, and I guess you're like a Spartan or something. I don't know, but it was awesome.
They always drop you like in the middle of a battle.
You're right. That's how it begins.
That's all of them. Like they just
super intense.
That's cool. I didn't play Odyssey. I played Valhalla. I spent about a good 2 to 3 hours in it. I'm still in the snowy area, so I know a lot of people are like, I just got out of the snow, but like I'm like still wandering all around in the snow. So that's where I'm at with that.
Further than that. But it's both games, excellent games. Ubisoft. I mean, they got the Ubisoft Plus if you're on Stadia that you can get into and get access to all of Ubisoft. It's actually not a bad price, really. It's very comparable to Game Pass, really.
No, I mean, if you're a Ubisoft fan, definitely it's a great value. I know some people that's all they pay for, and it's definitely enough games.
Let me just I have this. I was showing it to you earlier, and I can't remember who posted it. I found it on Twitter. I just want to show this because this is why Stadia is like the best deal in all of cloud gaming. Right here, this right here explains it all. Let's see. There you go.
Yeah, I took that down.
So right now, if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see this, but it's called the Stadia cheat sheet, right? So if we start at the top, it's play on the devices you already own, direct access without downloads, online multiplayer included for free, you buy games and you keep them in your library, cloud storage for your games and your saves, $0, no catch, no ads, no queue, completely free of charge. Up to 1080p at 60 frames a second, free of charge. Play with all possible controllers. No subscription needed. Keep purchase games and play completely free. All of that is free. For $9.99 a month, $9.99 a month, you get the Stadia Pro library. You get up to 4K, 60 frames per second, all that, and then exclusive Pro offers. So, yeah, I mean, that's why right there, that's why I think Stadia is probably the best deal in cloud gaming.
Yeah. The thing I think is just, and people have talked about this before, is that $9.99, the longer you have it, and maybe this is how they suck you in, it goes up in value. Like other things, like games leave, and so, but as long as you have it,
it's not even the 5 games that you have coming in. It's how many games you've collected since you've been a member that you might be losing. You know,
and then
just in Stadia Pro alone, I'm almost up to 100 games.
I think it's insane. And what I also like is, like, let's say you don't like any of the games, right? You can stop, don't get any games that month. Don't pay the $9.99, and then the next month you see a bunch of games you like, you pay the $9.99, and then you get all the games you had before, plus the new one. I just think it's,
for me lately, the value has been in the savings you get when you do decide to purchase a game, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like I got Rainbow Six Extraction for like 12, the deluxe edition, yet again, $12.
The Division 2, that was like huge sale as well.
Yeah, what was it? I know it's 23 something for the deluxe edition on that.
Standard edition was $8.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you got X Defiant that they're working on, and that happens isn't it the universe of Division 2? I think they're connected, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard.
Squid says LOL Division 2. Yeah, where are you at, Squids? I sent you an invite to the studio. Where you at? Cowboy says, Wilson, I'm dying to hear your level of excitement.
Because I believe Wilson is one of the Stadia Avenger diehards there.
Ah, yes. Gotcha.
And, we have Mr. You're not on my channel, so it's Mr. Urban Rolled for right now. So, Mr. Urban. Yeah.
Gandara here. Do you see what they're saying?
What are they saying? Let's get down there.
Let's see. Should add family share onto the cheat sheet. Multiply the benefits by ×6.
Oh, you're right. If you do have you can do family sharing with Stadia.
Yeah, you can share with up to 6 people, and that's like for $10.
Yeah, that's actually really big because I think they just released family sharing or Game Pass is about to do this, right? Or have they already done it? I don't know. I just saw something about family sharing. So one of you who has,
as far as I know, Stadia is still the
Please
only actual cloud marketplace where you can buy games. Unless you count GFN using Steam. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Maker's just saying he wishes they had bigger titles coming to the service. I think it's one of those chicken or eggs arguments, Maker, to tell you the truth.
I think it's a matter of time, yeah.
I mean,
look at it this way. You it's not cheaper per se than Game Pass, but if you don't want to do, if you're not into the Pro library, right? You're not interested in the $9.99. You still have the option of Ubisoft Plus, which is a huge selection of games, and they also have really good games that I don't even think about sometimes. When I look through the list, I'm like, oh damn, they do have all these great games. I mean, it's just a matter of how you want to go about it. I've got friends that don't even do the Pro thing, like Suave. Suave doesn't do Pro, but he buys his games, and you pay once, you're done, and he's still having a blast doing his games. there's also the free to plays, which
Yeah.
I mean, last week I was saying there's a lot. I mean, not a lot in comparison to other places, but when I first started, there was like 3, and now it's only been a matter of a few months, and now it's doubled or a little more than that. So yeah, I don't know. It's coming along. It's still new. It's still early in the cloud gaming.
But yeah,
thing, right?
I think I know, Maker, you showed the stat before about Game Pass and the number of cloud-based games on Game Pass. I just wonder, will cloud games on Game Pass, because we have people sensitive about saying cloud games here in the chat, but I think you have to it's going to take a while for these publishers and developers, or really publishers, to put their games in the cloud. I just think we're kind of looking at every 6 months, what is the new one who's put something big there, and it's just going to take time. But I hear you. We need more games, and I think they're coming in. I know you're definitely one of those people who is always going to continue to push the cloud gaming forward. So thank you for that. And Ambi just came by and said Game Pass Family Plan is coming by the end of the year. So they don't have that yet, but they are coming in at one time.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. What do y'all think about the PlayStation's what did they call that?
Spartacus. Spartacus. All right.
Their Game Pass, their version of Game Pass or whatever. I was on the SSC podcast Thursday, and we talked about this, and it's my opinion of Sony's not very high when it comes to cloud gaming to begin with, and the only thing I'm really looking at in that whole section is their cloud gaming. So I mean, I might not be the best person to ask, but I personally think their whole plan is overly complicated and overpriced.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Sony, this is just my opinion, Nintendo kind of falls into the same camp here. But unlike Microsoft, unlike Google, unlike Amazon, Sony doesn't have their own cloud servers, right? So that's going to be a huge cost to them if they were to go into the cloud. On top of it, they have probably the largest game console install base currently. So that's over 100 million computers. And I think they basically, sure, they know their crowd, and they know their consumers are going to buy games. If it's not broken, why create something different? So I think anybody who's expecting Sony to just leap into the cloud space, I mean, Sony just does not have that history. Whether or not we're looking at their entertainment and gaming, entertainment and music, entertainment and movies, I mean, they have been kind of one of the holdouts who have really dragged their feet on all of this type of stuff. I mean, they eventually get there, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see PlayStation 6. I'm not sure about Microsoft, but I just don't. I wasn't expecting anything coming out of Sony, and I mean, maybe if you're Game Pass or whatever, what's Sony's service called? Maybe if you're into that, this was big, but
yeah, for sure. Well, guys, we're about to close up the show, so please jump in the chat. Just throw anything out that you got. Say what's up, say hello, anything. Just hit the chat, and if you want to shout out, hit the chat. That's all I can say about that. But thank you guys for getting me to 100 subscribers. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button so you can join us the next time we go live. Dude, this has been 100 videos. Thank you guys, everybody that stopped in, all you guys that are in chat. I want to go through and do shout outs to the chat because this is a big deal to me. 100 videos, 100 subscribers, and you guys showed up, and it means a lot. You're my friends. So let's see here. We got Windstar in the building. David Wilson, thank you for stopping by. Ambi, thank you for coming through. Wes Snipes, what's up, bro? How are you doing? Holtz, of course. Thank you for joining us. Ray, the gaming cyborg, thank you for coming through. Ron Slusher with the popcorn and the eyes. Main Games, thank you, sir, for coming through. I believe I already said Ray. Cloud Validation, sir. Good to see you in the chat. Cowboy, thank you for coming by. Thank you for joining the chat. Mr. Urban World, thank you for coming through. Maker of Chaos, it's good to see you here, brother. McDoubles A. Sanchez MTZ 44 says, thanks for coming by, bro. And I believe David Wilson, just in case I hadn't got to you, thank you for stopping by. Cool Breeze Gaming, Mr. Bram Plays. Thank you guys for stopping by the stream today for my 100th video, my 100 subscriber special. There's more to come. There's other things I'm working on that I wasn't able to reveal today because, well, they're just not quite finished. I didn't want to rush them too much, you know? I want things to be good. Squids, bro, thanks for stopping by, brother. Thanks for joining in the chat. It's always good to see you, man. Gendara, thank you for coming by. And I think if I missed your name, I'm sorry.
Wes Hall.
Appreciate you all. 17 viewers, only 13 likes. Hit that like button. Come on. Yeah, hit that like button. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Yeah, Purple. Thanks for coming to the show tonight and being my co-host, producer, everything.
No, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I'm excited. Like I said, I think it's a huge milestone. I think the community, despite what people are saying, is growing. I think there's a lot of diversity in the community. I love your voice. You're always smiling on screen. Brings a smile to all of our faces.
It's that PMA. It's that positive mental attitude.
And like I said initially, when I first stumbled upon you streaming like about 3-4 months ago, really enjoy that you play games, and you always just, I don't know, that you have this really like lo-fi type of voice. Like your name is perfect for you, by the way. Like, it's just like this monk, lo-fi monk, makes total sense to me. Definitely congrats. I think I speak for everybody on the channel or on the chat. Yes. All just you definitely deserve it. And like I said, I can't wait till you get to 1,000. And
that's
what we're gonna do then.
But yeah, I got big plans even for coming up within the month. Like I said, in about a month-ish, you'll see some cool stuff popping off here. Like some stuff you wouldn't expect. And too big for me to even, I can't say out loud. I know people said it a lot, but I really can't. It's big. So yeah, I mean, do you have anything you want to shout out or anybody you need to shout out before we end the show? I do want to say thank you to David Wilson for the congratulations there. Thank you, sir.
I know. I mean, just thank you. This is your show, LoFi. This is your 100th show. I don't want to take anything away. Definitely. So please, LoFi, as he said, he'll be streaming Far Cry 6 and doing a lot of other streams. So continue.
I'm gonna be streaming Far Cry 6 tonight. So be on the lookout for that. I was waiting this 100th video, and now it's out of the way.
Now we can get back into it.
Blood Zone. It's happening. So yeah, be on the lookout for that later on tonight because it's a Friday night. You ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. Don't act like all you need to do is come and hang out with LoFi. That's it. Come chill with me. You ain't got nothing to do. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys showing up. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, share it, tweet it, push all the buttons, do all the things, and I'll see you next week. Or no, I'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Peace.